This is Epic Book Recaps, a podcast that offers complimentary audio summaries of influential non-fiction books, making learning a smarter experience. Feel-good productivity. Why you must train your brain to be positive. Do you often feel burnout or hesitate to pursue your dreams? However, the more you reprimand yourself for your inaction, the worse things get. If that sounds like you, positivity is the red pill you can take, just as Neo from The Matrix did, to rewrite your reality. Professor Barbara Fredrickson was one of the first researchers who proved how positive thinking may improve your performance, perseverance, and creativity. She claimed that happiness affects your brain in two interconnected ways, broadening your awareness. When you're in a good mood, you see the glass half full, notice opportunities, and take risks. Building on your cognitive and social skills. It's a long-lasting cumulative effect that enhances resilience, creativity, bonding, and health. Optimism helps your brain focus on the actual issue, not on imposed anxiety or regrets. Recall the last time you felt inspired, when you wanted to create, work, and live. That's what positive thinking does. It brings an abundance of energy to help you persevere and achieve more. Are you ready to give positive thinking a chance to change your life and outlook? If so, follow through to see how feeling good can upgrade your reality and bring you success without self-torture, regrets, or restrictions. A spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. Even the most exciting job may become dull with time. Imagine taking a group on a city tour. When it's your 50th time, you might feel annoyed and bored. So, how can you avoid burnout and hop to work in the morning instead of dragging your feet? Mary Poppins sang about how work gets sweeter if you add a bit of fun to it. You can slay it if you play it right. Check out these strategies to make your days more enjoyable. Choose your character. Clinical psychologist Dr. Stuart Brown selects 8 character play types you can take on in real life. Competitor, collector, explorer, director, creator, kinesthete, enjoys various physical activities, joker, storyteller. Usually, you are inclined to one or several types. For example, you may enjoy writing stories, painting, and gymnastics, which makes you a storyteller, creator, and kinesthete. The idea is to incorporate character play into your work. For instance, if you have to give a presentation, hand draw some illustrations or season the script with a few funny stories. Invest in curiosity. People are 30% more likely to remember a fact if it's fascinating. As an example, let's compare 1 in 18 people have a third nipple. Yep, Chandler from Friends was one of them. 2. The stethoscope was invented in France in 1816. Although the first one seems ridiculous, it's more memorable than the second, especially if you have to Google what a stethoscope is. Thus, add curiosity to your days and explore new problem-solving strategies. Being curious about everything not only makes you more creative, it enriches your life. Tilda Walter Isaacson, Ali Abdaal. Add a spoonful of sugar. When you work on something you don't like, ask yourself, what would this look like if it were fun? And let the ideas rain in. Even playing music from Star Trek or inviting colleagues into the process can make a task more enjoyable. Be sincere, not serious. People overrate seriousness. Paying bills and taxes is serious, but who enjoys that? So when you prepare for an interview, stop listing off your hard skills and start communicating. Connect with the interviewer and enjoy the conversation. It will demonstrate more than your resume. Do you really have to? While not having fun makes work tedious, the lack of confidence turns it into a stressful or even torturous process. Power is critical for productivity and satisfaction because it allows you to reach heights, compete, and feel good about yourself. Learning through doing is one of the most powerful forces in human psychology. Tilda Ali Abdaal. In 1977, Albert Bandura introduced the idea of self-efficacy, or how strongly you believe in achieving your goals. He claimed that your abilities may not be as crucial as your feelings about them. Luckily, confidence is not an inherent trait. You can improve it. You get not what you deserve, but what you believe you deserve. Boosting your self-confidence is a life-transforming process that you can start with the following tools. Use the model. It will give you confidence that you can achieve your goals and that your efforts are worthwhile if you see someone succeeding. Listen to podcasts, read books about outstanding people in your profession, and get inspired by their example. If they could reach their goal, why can't you? Flip the confidence switch. In moments of nervousness, flip the switch and behave as a self-assured person would in your place. Do you worry that your presentation will fail? Pretend that you are an award-winning speaker and rock on. Look at things with a beginner's mind. Zen Buddhists call this approach Shoshin, a state where you treat everything with curiosity, humility, and an open mind, ready to learn new ways rather than following the old ones. Teach to learn. Teaching an apprentice or mentoring a new employee will help you better understand and hone your trade. Own your life and mind. Extrinsic motivations like salary or social approval have a short effect on productivity and happiness. In contrast, intrinsic or inner motivation like self-fulfillment or personal growth will have consistent and long-lasting benefits. The latter comes from your state of mind and willingness to take control over your choices. If you repeat that you have to do something, it implies that you have no impact over your life, while saying, "I choose," empowers your character and will. Beyond motivation and discipline, procrastination is the corporate sin of the 21st century. Who are you if you don't constantly produce or perform at your best? But many things can get in the way of your goals, and when you procrastinate, many may say, "Well, you just don't want it that bad." Most try to solve the issue through motivation and discipline. While the former supposes that you must be obsessed about something to attain it, the latter stresses doing what you must to achieve a goal, whether you want it or not. However, there is a third option. While motivation and discipline eradicate procrastination, the unblock method encourages you to understand it. The wrong approach may turn discipline into confinement and motivation into compulsion. The most common reason for procrastination is uncertainty paralysis, a fog that lowers when you face a problem you don't know how to approach. Imagine you want to switch careers but don't know where to start. Usually you go through 4 stages. 1. Overestimation. You dramatize potential adverse outcomes like envisioning yourself living in a box under a bridge. 2. Hypervigilance. You notice and exaggerate every indication that it's a terrible idea, like learning about your friend's cousin's second uncle who died after switching jobs. 3. Unrecognition. You ignore and decline any action that would make the transition easier. 4. Avoidance. You put this decision off for another month or decade. And how can you escape this destructive route of procrastination? 1. Ask why 5 times to reach the genuine cause of your uncertainty. Each answer will lead to the following question, like loops on a chain, until you finally realize the issue. 2. Ask what to transform a scary grand plan into a step-by-step structure by setting nice goals. Near-term, daily or weekly objectives. Input-based, process rather than result-oriented. Controllable, realistic goals that don't deteriorate other areas of your life. Energizing, involving play and power. 3. Ask when to fulfill the plan through implementation intentions. Declare that you will do this when you finish that or on Sunday morning from 9 to 10. Choosing a day and hour increases the chances that you'll do it, overcoming gravity. Newton's first law claims that if an object is still, it will remain as such, and if the object is moving, it will continue unless something stops it. However, starting something that is still will demand more energy than an object that is already moving. This principle of inertia also applies to productivity, so how can you use it to your advantage? Reduce friction. You may not overcome gravity, but you can transform your surroundings so that your desired habits become your default choices. For example, if you want to read more, hide the TV remote and place books wherever you are. Decide what your next step is. If your task is exercising, decide to put on gym clothes. If you want to write something, commit to opening your laptop and sitting at your desk. Ask yourself, what's next? And move forward. Doing something is easier when you're already in the process. Fear is another gravitational force that pulls you down, whether reasonable or not. However, you can hijack this trigger. Name your emotions. Recognize that your fear doesn't bring you closer to them. On the contrary, it helps you accept the situation and change it. Identify yourself with power. In moments of doubt, you may say, "I'm not smart enough." However, you can reverse this so that it works for you. Say, "I've got this," or "I'm learning and that's what matters." Stop spotlighting When you think everyone cares about your success or failure, you are deceiving yourself. No one cares. Even funny and absurd memes get dull with time, so do what you want to do, and don't let the imaginary opinions stop you. Use the Batman effect. Imagine an alter ego who embodies all the traits you would want to have when you are performing or doing what you fear to do. Give it a name and call for it when needed. Did you know? A famous British singer, Abdaal, said she dealt with onstage anxiety by creating the alter ego Sasha Carter, derived from Beyoncé's Sasha Fierce and June Carter. You don't have to work like a horse to burn out. Many think that only those who toil for 15 hours a day or hate their job face burnout, but it can happen to anyone, whether you enjoy your work or not. These are the 3 types of burnout. Overexertion occurs when you overcommit yourself and take on too many tasks. Depletion strikes when you work without resting or don't know how to schedule your breaks. Misalignment relates to draining your energy into a job you don't like. When in doubt, ask yourself, do I want to achieve more or better? The first way to manage your burnout is to decide which type is yours. Maybe you love your job but work too many hours or binge watch TV until morning, thus lacking proper rest. The following techniques may help you prevent or battle your burnout. Do less. Say yes only to things you are sure about, and if you hesitate, say no. Add friction to your distractions. If you fall prey to scrolling Instagram for hours, make the first steps tiresome or complex. For example, delete the app from your phone so you'll have to reinstall it and sign in again. It will give you more time to reconsider your decision. Schedule your breaks in advance. Use a calendar to mark hours for your active, passive, or digital-free rest. Benefit from energizing distractions. Select activities that add energy to your day, like going for a walk, playing an instrument, or meditating, and devote some time every day to it. Invest in calm hobbies or projects. These activities enhance your competence, autonomy, and liberty, or help you mellow. For instance, painting is an excellent way to recharge your batteries and relax. It can give you a sense of liberty to abandon the working mode, autonomy to draw what and how you want it, competence in the field that will come with practice, and help you mellow because you're doing it for pleasure, not for money or fame. Add nature to your daily life. Add forest pictures and plants to your living area, or go for a walk in the park. Positivity is one of the tools you can use to achieve the heights you've dreamed about. It can help you develop self-confidence, acknowledge your accomplishments, cope with failures, and become more humane toward yourself in the first place. You may require a lot of support to achieve something, but most of it must come from you. Try this. Create a wheel of life to see what areas of life require improvement. 1. Draw a circle and divide it into 6 sections. 2. Each slice must represent a particular area of your life, like self-development, spirituality, health, relationships, money, and work. 3. Color each wheel section from 1 to 10 with 0 in the center. 4. Check what needs enhancement and what steps you can take now. For instance, if you see the lowest results in health and spirituality, introduce better food, yoga, and meditations to your schedule.